what was your first memory of hip hop?
Me and my brother Hirsch, our parents are young.
Mm-hmm.
When I was born, my mother was 15, my father was 14.
Mm-hmm.
And my mother is the oldest of 7 kids. She got 6 younger brothers.
Mm-hmm.
So I have uncles that are 2, 4, 5, and 6 years older than me.
Mm-hmm.
And we spent a lot of time at my grandmother's house, and they were into hip hop.
Okay.
For my father, it was more of a fad thing. You know, in hindsight, looking back, you know, the music was cool, but they was just coming out of disco, and disco didn't last, so it made them think hip hop was. So he was more P-Funk, things like that. So when I went to my uncle's house, and you know, we're 5 and 6 years old, and there's 8 and 10 and 12, and you know, these are the guys we look up to. And so I still get goosebumps just them watching them watch Run DMC come on the TV, because we didn't have cable. And to go to my grandma's house, they had cable. So to see Run DMC come out and sing Who's House, and they just go crazy. We going crazy because they're going crazy. And I started rapping when I was 6 years old, and I took my uncle's rhyme. He had a rhyme, and I took it and put my name in it.
Right.
And I went to school and said it, and everybody kind of went crazy. And that's how it kind of started. So yes, Double XL started, and he bit his first rhyme.
Right.
From my uncle. So that's what where it kind of started doing music, and you know, we being in the studio with my pops, begging him to go to the studio with him, being there to the wee hours of the night. So we was introduced to music earlier, and my grandfather was a minister, so in church around music was everything.
Yeah. So just in terms of, I mean, your family, like, music was lifeblood.
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly. Yeah.
So. Was there any tension between different style, you know, like folks or uncles, aunts, grandparents, or anybody being like, you know, like you're saying, like hip hop's a fad, or you know, forget about hip hop, you know, look to gospel, look to funk, look to jazz, look to rock, whatever.
No, because our parents was kind of open. They were young themselves, so. You know, it wasn't really a fight between whether we were going to listen to 103 Jams or this station. And you know, at 5 or 6, you're not really looking for records and CDs. You're listening to what the people around you are listening to.
Right.
So the radio would play everything. So when we was in the car, we listened to the radio. But we spent a lot of time at my grandmother's house. So being around my uncles and listening to that music. Now, we were being babysit by my father's parents. It was a whole nother deal because he's an ordained minister, and my grandmother's the first lady of the church.
Okay.
Was no hip hop there.
Right.
So, you know, that was different. But if we was with them, we was going to Bible study. So we was around music. It was just gospel music if it was around there. But being at my mother's house was the driving force for what started us in hip hop, and where we're from, the projects where we're from, battling was a big scene at that time.
Okay.
I mean,